soldiers are searching for the 4 Americans kidnapped on Friday in Matamoros, a Mexican border town about 3 miles from Brownsville, Texas. Video posted online shows a woman forced into the back of a pickup truck. 2 others who appear hurt are loaded next to her. Their car had North Carolina license plates.
Now the FBI is offering a reward for the safe return of 4 Americans kidnapped in Mexico on Friday. Now this happened in a border town that you can see is only about a 12 minutes drive from where they left the U.S. in Brownsville, Texas.
All right, well, turning now to the latest on the kidnapping of 4 Americans in Mexico. Mexican authorities say at least 1 person has now been arrested after 2 of the people were found dead. ABC's Melissa Adan has more on the search continues for the other suspects involved.
2 Americans found alive are now back safe in the U.S. after a chilling kidnapping at gunpoint in Matamoros, the Mexican border city of Brownsville, Texas. At least one of the survivors is seen in the back of that pickup truck. 2 other Americans were killed. Authorities identifying the Americans as Lativia Tay McGee, Shahid Woodard, Zindell Brown, and Eric Williams. This is the moment the 2 surviving victims made it back to U.S. soil, awaiting an ambulance. Eric Williams called his wife as he was being transported to a hospital in Texas.
It was just tears of joy, I guess, that he's alive.
Mexican officials say he was shot in the leg.
I didn't even want to imagine what he was going through.
Shahid Woodard and Zindell Brown killed during the kidnapping. Their bodies now headed back to the U.S. The other survivor is Lativia Tay McGee.
Oh no, I was thinking the Lord. I said, thank you, Jesus, that there is a God.
According to her family, McGee traveled with the others from Lake City, South Carolina to Mexico to get cosmetic surgery. When the 4 crossed into Matamoros on Friday, her family says armed gunmen in body armor chased them, opening fire on their white minivan. The gunmen then kidnapping the group. A Mexican bystander also killed. Mexican officials say it was a case of mistaken identity. A source close to the investigation telling ABC News that investigators believe the gunmen may have targeted the vehicle because they wrongly believed the group of Americans were rival human traffickers. Melissa Adan, ABC News.
What way to cover this shit up? Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. News in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Wherever it may be. This is what it says here. 2 Americans dead after kidnapping in Mexico. All over a fucking tummy tuck. This is the vanity of you Babylonians. And honestly speaking, I was quite sure that she was going to be one of the ones that was found on the dead. But, you know, unfortunately, she survived. And they probably went out there for her, you know, because those other 2-3 Jakes, man, you know, they didn't show one of their faces for whatever reason. But, you know, these Jakes, man, you could tell they up to no good. You know, who knows? You know, they could have been down there trying to buy drugs or smuggle keys or whatever, because I mean, if you're going to get a tummy tuck, you could do that shit in the U.S. So it just don't really add up if you ask me. You know, you get a tummy tuck here if I'm not mistaken. So to me, this seemed like it was some other shit, because if you're going to get a tummy tuck for whatever reason, I know the cartel is highly active out there, but that close to the border, that seemed like some suspect type shit as to why they would target these 4 people. Talking about a case of mistaken identity. Either, you know, you was trying to rob somebody down there, or they was trying to rob you, or you was down there to buy drugs, because everybody knows when you're transporting drugs, the place to get the cheap shit is in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? If you can get it across the border, or Texas or wherever, because a lot of Jakes, you know, they went that route back in the day when they was, you know, trying to do illegal shit. You know, you hear stories about it. Even you see shows about it. People go to Mexico to get their, you know, the drugs and shit like that and smuggle it back to the United States. Now, how Border Patrol works with that these days, not sure, but it don't really add up. But regardless of it, let's just say if that is the case, you know, you went out there to get a tummy tuck. I mean, that is stupidity, man. Either, you know, do it the natural way, stop eating so much, or take care of yourself, or however it's gonna be. But it's just plain fucking stupid. You know, just stupid, and it don't make any sense. right. So anyway, let's get a couple of precepts. It's not gonna be a major lesson, but you Jakes following behind these Eves, it's gonna cause a lot of you to be put to death because, like I said, I don't see no dudes going to get tummy tucked. So obviously they went down there behind her, following her, escorting her, whatever the case was, and you know, 2 of them are dead. You see, but you know, that's what happens when you follow a fucking black woman. The scriptures tell you, man, she's like she's like a deep ditch. Scriptures say a whore is a deep ditch, man. And the man is about to a piece of bread, man, because these fucking women, man, these women ain't no good. Okay, they're just fucking trash, man, especially the fucking black woman. You know, the black, Hispanic, and Native American women, you know, you call a spade when it's due. You know, like I said, there's always exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, these women are through. And I mean, literally, they're through, and the Most High just going to wipe them out. It's going to come a time and a day that the Most High just going to open up on you women in America. And we ain't going to have shit to do for you. We're just going to look and watch you get your fucking heads bashed in. Because you out of order, you don't listen, you're disrespectful, and you don't take heed, and you don't follow the Most High. All right? You do things out of character. You run around here like your head's cut off like chickens, man. You take no corrections. You talk back. It's just a reason. It's just a shitload of reasons on why the Most High is getting ready to just smash you black bitches, man. And I'm going to say it just like that because a lot of these simple-ass niggas, they're engraved behind these fucking black women, man. You know, and honestly, like the apostles say, stay the fuck away from the black woman, man. You know what I'm saying? Honestly speaking, if you can get you a Latin woman, brothers, get you a Latin woman. Okay? You get you a white woman, get you a white woman. Get you a Native American woman. If you're going to get a Native American woman, make sure she's fully Native American. No black mothers or black fathers. Get a purebred Native American woman, man. Or get you a fucking Ethiopian woman or some shit. I'm only dealing with these hood rats, man, because they ain't no good. You know, they just no good, man. And you see the result of it, death. All right. So this is the book of 1 Peter 3. And I'm going to start at verses 3. It says, don't be concerned about the outward beauty of fancy hairstyles, expensive jewelry, or beautiful clothes. All right. And our women are very vain. OK, I mean, by nature, they're vain. OK, but they're fascinated with their looks. Like when you look at the majority of Jake women, they follow the way of the heathen. OK, they got the eyelashes. They got the colorful hair. No, they got the long nails and shit. They got the the BBLs, like a video. I believe her name was Dinah, which means judgment or some degree. Basically, she got a BBL and she broke out with like hives and shit on her face. Okay. And she said, basically, that's not for melanated women. Like we tell you women, stop going down there and get them BBLs. It's not that deep. Just to have a nigga to inbox you, or you want a nigga to come talk to you just so he can fuck with you for 2 weeks and throw you to the side and be on to the next bitch. You fuck yourselves up for that. And you wonder why men see you with no worth. You wonder why men call you whores and sluts, man. Because you charade around on Facebook, Instagram. You know, you showing your bodies. Fucking every Tom, Dick, and Harry is throwing their fucking dick and balls at you in your inbox. And you feel empowered off that. And then you go get these bodies and tummy tucks. You get this synthetic shit put in your body. And then the Lord brings judgment. That's why a lot of Jakes are leaving. That's why a lot of these men that got half sense, they're literally not dealing with the American woman. And I don't blame them at this point, you know, because it just is stupid and it's dumb. And the fact that there's no order. These people choose death over order. It's just something as simple as just behaving and being respectful. These motherfuckers can't seem to get the shit right. So they go left. And then by the time they fuck their lives up, then all of a sudden they want somebody to give them a handout. You know, you breaking out in highs all over a BBL. All because you want breast implants. Oh, I want to have bigger breasts. What? For what? What you want to attract? You want to attract men? Then you're gonna attract just the wrong type of crowd. Now, sure, we all men are attracted to women as naturally, but honestly speaking, ain't no righteous man really want to deal with a woman that shows our cleavage. Now they will deal just on a casual tip, but overall, you got a promiscuous woman. Ain't no man gonna take her serious. I sure as hell fucking won't. You know what I'm saying? It's just not gonna happen. I mean, most of these women are very fucking promiscuous. Not gonna take them seriously, of course, because for what? Why you taking her serious for what another nigga ain't do? You know what I'm saying? It don't make any sense. So it ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it. And it says, don't be concerned about the outward beauty of fancy hairstyles, expensive jewelry, or beautiful clothes. It says you should clothe yourself instead with the beauty that comes from within, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is so precious to the Most High, okay? They don't exemplify the quietness, the meekness, okay? Don't talk about inner beauty. These women are fucking nasty on the inside. They're evil-spirited, okay? They're dark-hearted, okay? They're jealous, they're envious, they hateful, you know? I've seen it, you know what I'm saying? I've experienced, I've seen it. I've seen, you know, people go through it. I went through, like, just hateful for no fucking reason. You doing the right thing by the Lord and they hateful towards that. So they retaliate and do left-hand shit, which puts you in a even more worse predicament of even trying to be cool, you know, because they hate the Most High, you know? And that's why, hey, man, the 2/3 of you jakes, you got to go. It says a gentle and quiet spirit, which is so precious to the Most High. So the Most High is concerned about the meekness, the humility of your spirits. And it says, and this is how the holy women of old made themselves beautiful. They trusted the Most High and accepted the authority of their husbands. That's right. Accepted the authority of their husbands. And you damn sure you don't accept our authority today. You don't accept the authority of the man of the Lord. You know, telling you to keep yourselves in check, man. Dress modestly. You know, stay away from certain crowds. Stay off the social media shit. You don't fucking hear that, man. Instead, you clap back with some fucking rebelliousness, and then that gets shit started, and then you get cursed out, and all of a sudden, you know, you feel some type of way. That's why I can't wait till the Most High kill you fucking black-ass bitches, man. I'm gonna just be straightforward. When the Most High take you niggas out, it's gonna be a beautiful, man, I'm gonna buy the most expensive liquor, and I'm gonna drink to that shit, man. And I say that sincerely at the bottom of my heart, because this shit is getting out of hand, man, okay? 2 niggas lost their lives behind this. You know, behind this. And I'm not vouching for any one of these demons because clearly he ain't right. This nigga got dreadlocks. You know she's not right. Okay. And whoever this is, and Dale Brown, they don't even show a picture of this guy. And Eric James Williams, they all look like they were just in a foul spirit. But this is a normal thing. Following behind a fucking woman get you killed. Okay. You don't follow behind no woman. Your woman's supposed to follow you. If she's not trying to follow you and do what you told her, then fuck the bitch and cut her off and go find you another woman, man. Let her find out the hard way when the Lord put her ass 6 feet in the fucking ground for our rebelliousness. All right. This is the book of Proverbs 11. And I'm going to start at verses, the fuck, man. I had it. Give me 1 second, brothers. Yep. 22, it says, as a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. Okay, so a jewel of gold is a jewel, like think of gold. Okay, that's very, very a gold coin, a gold nugget is very valuable. Okay, in the eyes of the Most High, like the Most High compared the sons of Zion to fine gold. Gold is a very high commodity. Okay, but it says swine snout. Swine is unclean. Okay, think about a gold nugget being covered in pig slop or pig shit. You ain't want to do nothing with it, man. It says, so is a fair woman which is out without discretion. Okay, now I'm not saying she's fair, okay, because clearly she's not attractive, but just the fact she just represents the plethora of women out here that follow that behavior. You got some of the prettiest women with the most just detestable attitudes, man, that makes them butt ugly, you know. Fair women are just totally just trash, man, from their mouths, from the shit, the way they behave, from their attitudes, man, to the point of just like, how the hell do you even deal? And when you call them out on it, then all of a sudden you a bigot, you aggressive, you abusive, you know what I'm saying? You this and this and that, but they can't accept the rebuke of their wicked behaviors. You know? No, it's not probable for a woman to be on Facebook and a bunch of men friends. No, that's out of order. A woman shouldn't have Facebook at all, or any social media. Fuck what the man do. The man, he can do what he needs to do. You women, you can't do what men do. You're just supposed to know your place and do what the hell you're supposed to do without causing confusion, and stop worrying about what the men got going on and worried about what the fuck you supposed to be doing. That's the problem. You worried about what other people is doing, but you ain't handling your fucking business. And that battle between men and women is and it becomes overbearing. Okay, and this situation never would have happened if they were being circumspect. Because the scriptures say be circumspect, because redeeming the times that the days are evil. They didn't consider that. All right. First Timothy 5:6, it says, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Okay? Pleasure, clubs, BBLs, tummy tucks, all this shit that you want to do. And then a lot of you women, you got daughters and you try to befriend your daughters. Like, your daughters and sons and daughters are not your friends. You got women that be equal with their sons and their daughters, hanging out with them like they going to a fucking bar or something. You're not equal with your kids, man. The scripture says, show yourselves not courteous, or roughly paraphrase, show yourself not gracious unto your sons and daughters. They supposed to fear you because they know that you're a higher authority. What you running around here, you want to please every fucking body. You want to make sure your kids is, you're supposed to do right by your kids. We're not saying that. But hanging out, like you got a lot of older women, they try to hang out with their grown daughters. You got women that's in their 60s trying to hang out with 34-year-olds, man, going to clubs and shit. You'd be surprised on how many of these old hoes is in fucking bars dancing and twerking with their 35-year-old daughters. Like, what kind of sick shit is that? The old hoe trying to outdo the young hoe. And they wonder why no nigga want to fuck with them for real, or the men that's trying to deal with them ultimately get pushed aside. And he just say fucking and go do his own thing, which is a smart move in my opinion. But it's neither here nor there. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Okay? And clearly, this is a clear case of that scenario. So, hey, how about Shemi Hawashai is not playing games anymore? Okay, the Lord is not playing games. The Most High is getting ready to open up on you people. And not just you women, you Jakes too. Okay, you men too, you guys out there that think that this is a joke. Okay, starting with you Israelites out there first that's teaching against the MOTB. You guys got a heavy judgment coming too. When the time of Passover, and the Lord just going to start bodying motherfuckers any day now. So, hey, take heed. Let me get another precept real quick. Like going to Mexico for a tummy tuck. Give me a break, man. What kind of sick shit is that? And the crazy part about it is, she'll get the tummy tuck, but she'll still continue to eat fucking Burger King. That's counterproductive, man. It ain't like you gonna change your fucking habits. Smoking weed, drinking every chance you get. Please. All right. First Ezra 4. And I'm going to start at verses 20. Matter of fact, let's start at verses 22. It says, by this also you must know that women have dominion over you. Do you not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman? Right. You got niggas out here, they get all this money, just to have a wife or have a woman at their side that's going to take it from everything they got. Like most drug dealing jakes, they do all that stunting, because they want the women to look up to them. They want the women to bow down to them. But if she's bowing down to you because of your substance, then she ain't really bowing down to you. She just like what you got. But the minute you lose all that wealth and fortune, she's pretty much out the door. But it says, they give and bring all to the woman. Like it was this movie called Fences with Denzel Washington. I believe, Viola Davis, I think was the wife. Basically, Denzel Washington used to work on back of a trash truck. What happens was every week when he get his paycheck, he would basically give his money to his wife. And, she do whatever. She pays the bills. But then she'll do whatever she want to do with it, man. Okay? And that's supposed to be the opposite. Your woman's supposed to give you her money. And you pay the bills, whatever you need help with. And then what's left over, you give to her so she can do what she want to do with the money. Her money is an extension of your money, man. That's your enterprise. But it's not spearheaded that way because they got their own careers. They can go to work. They feel like, I go to work. You ain't signing my paycheck, then you ain't entitled to my funds. I ain't living under your roof, so I ain't got to abide by you. But even if they was living under the same roof, it would still be rebelliousness. Because now she could just trap you up even more. You know what I'm saying? Take over your crib, man. All types of wickedness. She ain't gonna bring that money home to you because her best interest is first. Prime example, they went down there based on her ass. Because like I said, I don't see no dudes getting tummy tucks. And I don't believe that's the real story. I believe it was something else behind that, but who knows? And it says, man taketh a sword and goeth his way to rob and to steal and to sell upon the seas upon rivers. and looketh upon a lion and goeth in the darkness. And when he have stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love, man. Basically, you going on a suicide mission to please some bitch, to please some whore. And that ain't what you're supposed to be doing, man. Now, yes, you're supposed to take care of your wife, your children, okay, vice versa, and turn around, she takes care of you, of course. But when they have a wicked spirit and they have an American mindset, it's kind of impossible to really do that in cheerfulness, man. Because in the back of your mind, you always wondering, I know this bitch got a hidden motive, or she's going to flip, or one day she's just going to, you know how like they had the old Power Ranger toys, you press the belt, the belt buckle on the toy and then flip the mask on, and then you press it again, it'll flip the human head on. They flip their fickle to set a wicked woman, changing her face like sackcloth, man. Changing our countenance. One minute she's cool with you, next minute you say one thing or you bring about a certain point and all of a sudden the demon comes out of her. You don't have in the back of your mind, you're not cheerful to do something for a person like that. You're not looking you always have that what if in back of your mind. You always got to keep your guard up with people like that. And that just in general, in Babylon in general. Okay. And it says, wherefore man loveth his wife better than his father and mother. But yea, there have been many men that run out their wits for women and become servants for their sake. And many also have perished and have erred and have sinned for women. Okay. And that's the point. Many men have died behind following these women, man. All right. And that's the Lord commanded us not to do that. The Lord said, gird up your loins and be men. If your woman ain't following you, then you can't deal with her, period. Okay. It's just not going to work that way. You know, so, hey, with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashem. You know what? Let me do this real quick, because, you know, we gotta what you call it, qualify these scriptures, because you got niggas that get stupid. You know what I'm saying? They want to lean on their own understanding. You got to break shit down for Jake. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, niggas are dumb. And we got to read this. This is 1 Corinthians 11. And I'm going to start at verses 3. This is the order, and this is the reason why I say what I say. And if you don't like what I'm saying, then fuck you. May the Most High kill you, because you have a problem with what's written in the Bible. Okay? But we don't see your ways break or raising up or making the nation more conducive into prosperity. We just see a bunch of individualism. We don't see nation building among you niggas, among you fucking women. We don't see nation building. We see a bunch of selfish individuals. So if you ain't following the Most High's words, then fuck you, man. May the Most High destroy you. And I mean that shit. And we gonna put curses on you niggas too if you ain't right. All right? 1 Corinthians 11, and I'm gonna start at 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Yahweh Shai, and the head of the woman is the man. Okay? Let me qualify that again for you simple-minded niggas out there. And the head of the woman is the man. The head of the woman is the man. So you ain't supposed to be following your fucking woman. If your woman be like, well, look, you know, I want to move out of town and you got work to do here, then let the bitch go. Because obviously she ain't trying to respect what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, it's exception to every rule. You know, sometimes shit happens. You got to make a move with your family. You can make a move with your family. But if the situation is not dire and you don't have to make the move, then you shouldn't have to make the move unless you have to make the move. And then be careful, because motherfuckers will sabotage your shit too. Because remember, brothers, these people in the world, they're not for us, man. They're not. Okay? They're not for us. Like I say, anybody that's not in this truth, they're opposition. Okay? And that includes your woman, your mother, your children, your fathers, your brothers, your co-workers. They're not in this faith, then they are a possible threat to you. And you always got to keep that in the back of your mind. Because the same people that claim to have your best interest be the same one that's looking to get you fucked over when you ain't running their program. So be careful with that, man. That's why the Lord said, hey, be ye circumspect. You ain't supposed to trust a fucking soul in this thing, man. And if they don't like it, then fuck them. Period. All right. And the head of the woman is the man, and the head of the woman is Yahweh Shai. Okay. And that's just the point. That's just where it ends. Okay. And the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahweh Shai is Yahweh Salakia. And like I say, there's exceptions to every rule. You have people out there that genuinely mean well by the men of the Lord that's not necessarily in the faith. But even then, they could become suspects too if the spirit of Satan hops on them. Shit, look what happened to Judas. So it's not personal, but at the end of the day, you can't be stupid in this truth, man. And with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And with that, shalom and above.